catering
right.
business. How many? What was the biggest number that you've catered for?
Oh, okay. Very recently, for Dingdong and Marian's wedding, there was
Yes.
1,120 people
Wow.
sit down. So that was a real huge logistical
And the
challenge.
meat was so good.
Oh,
The
thank
dish was so,
you.
you could cut it with the fork, you know, it was so
I think
soft.
that, yeah, it was a real kind of
Challenge.
super logistical, not naman nightmare, but the real challenge. And because it was a little over 1,000 people, so we set up 4 different kitchens that service 300 people each. So you can just imagine. But
Wow.
I think that what was really good about it was that the bride and groom were very clear about what they wanted from the onset. And they also had a great event management team, a great design team. And I guess my staff as well, you know, they were very organized. And sometimes I
staff is so
tried
easy
to
to
stay
deal with.
away. I tried to stay away because if I arrived too early, I just bug them and then I change things and then I just then they lose their balance. So,
But, from
so
the
I
wedding-
stayed away and I arrived late, so it was so smooth.
Wow, and you flew in from Japan that day
Yes,
too.
I was away on our family Christmas holiday, but because it, you know, it was a real commitment to do Dingdong and Marian's wedding, I wanted to be sure to be around and really kind of also experience the entire journey, because it was from the planning stages. It was not, they didn't plan very early. They only started in late September, and that's kind of short for a wedding.
Because weddings usually, it's like from the
A
past year.
A year.
Nakaplano na yan, di ba?
But somehow, I find that when we do weddings and the planning stages are short, I think that
Adrenaline.
the adrenaline, and then also the kind of like, you know, the energy level, the excitement level is still so fresh. And the ideas are also very new and exciting. So it doesn't really dip. It just kind of like goes all the way up until the day of the event, where everything is, you know, kind of like a dream come true.
Because if it's like a year, you'll go look at your calendar and go, hey, they haven't gotten married yet.
Yeah.
Ang tagal
No,
na.
and then by the time you're meeting again, coming close to the wedding date, you're like, oh, what was that again that we talked about? There's kind of like
a dip.
too much time that passes in between. So
But so aside from Marian and Dingdong, there's also the Pope, there's also the President,
Yeah.
and a long list of notables